Welcome back. Our signing day show continues. The latest facts that rolled in was from Rakeem Boyd, a running back out of Houston, Texas, and Stratford High School, was once a Spartan, now an Aggie. His high school head coach was Elliott Allen. Rakeem Boyd is the number 35 player in the state of Texas, according to Rivals, and he is the most recent signee of this class on the offensive side of the football. Very fitting that he is, because now joined in studio by offensive coordinator for the Texas A&M Aggies, and that is Noel Mazzone. He comes to us from UCLA. Ironically, that's who the Aggies open next season with. We'll get to that in a moment. Our conversation with Coach Mazzone brought to you by AT&T. And Coach, great to have you here at Texas A&M.
Well, great to be here.
And great to have you on set here for the first time.
It's a pretty cool setup you guys got here.
Very nice. But when you think about when Coach Sumlin asks you to be a part of what's happening at Texas A&M, what was so attractive about the job to begin with?
I'd been in this league before, had a couple other stops, who we won't mention, okay? But I've known Kevin for, over 20 years, and he and I have been pretty close friends. And the back and forth between he and I, and we kind of had worked together at one point, went to different directions, but always stayed in touch and always shared a lot of thoughts and ideas. And then having the chance to work for Kevin and come back and coach in the SEC West and be at a Texas A&M where back in the day, as they say, I coached early in my career at TCU, so I've always had a lot of respect. And wow, this would really be a cool place to coach.
Mm-hmm. Earlier today, got a fax in from a quarterback, and you've coached some plenty good ones in your past at a lot of your stops. And you'll have Jake Ubenak here, Trevor Knight here as well. There'll be competition in the spring for the job, but Nick Starkel's a signing.
Yeah, Bill Starkles is coming in.
That's right, out of Argyle, Texas, Liberty Christian High School.
From Argyle, and Murray and Wendy up there. I mean, awesome family. And one of the things, other than him being a really good quarterback, I like his height. He's got a real easy motion, gets the ball out. I think he had played an all-star game a week ago and did a super job in that. But so there's other things about quarterbacks that I think maybe separate them. And I like what Nick has, as they say, the quote intangibles, his personality, his leadership, his intelligence, all those type of things. So I'm fired up about old Nick coming in.
Yeah, this just in, Moses Reynolds' fax is now approved by our compliance office. Wide receiver official to the Texas A&M class. You might recognize the name. He is the brother of current wide receiver Josh Reynolds. So there's another nice addition for you offensively. Yep. But you mentioned your relationship with Kevin Sumlin. I mean, you guys have known each other for quite a while. How have you helped each other in the past? Not always being at the same school, though.
Yeah, we had coached together, and actually he was the receiver coach and I was the quarterback coach. So we spent a lot of time together. And then I moved on, and we kind of went down different paths. And even though he's an old linebacker, I mean, Summy is really knows his offense. Mm-hmm. And actually, through the years, he and I have done like one-back clinics together, and we've always shared ideas and talked offensively about things. And actually, a few years back, he's probably one of the main reasons. And he's probably one of the first ones with all the tempo stuff. Yeah. And a lot of his ideas and philosophies I got from Summy, from Coach Sumlin. So that was really intriguing to me to come and now be able to, him and I work together on this whole thing at a place like Texas A&M.
Mm-hmm. Not talking playbook here, but maybe some philosophies, some staples, some must-haves for guys to be successful in your offense.
Big, strong offensive line, real fast receivers, a tough running back, and a great quarterback. And I'm a heck of a football coach. You give me those things, right?
Well, you got 5 offensive linemen in already in this side.
You give me those things, and I'm a pretty good play caller, right? But it's no, it's like, there's a lot of different styles of offense. We're an offense that, we want to be known for a couple things, and one is to be physical. All right, be a tough group, play fast. All right, and my whole thing is, hey, let's put the ball in our playmakers' hands in space. All right, and I think you always have to be able to run the football. I've always believed in that. I think 3 out of the last 4 years, I've had the leading rusher in the Pac-12. So I've always been in places where we can run the football, but we're also going to spread it out and have some fun and play fast.
kind of the same question, but with one individual, that quarterback. Like I said, you've coached many good ones in your past. What are the characteristics of that great quarterback that they have to lead your offense?
Yeah, I mean, I've been lucky enough, and it's because I've been lucky enough to coach these kids that has given me a little bit of insight, from the Phillip Rivers to Brock Osweiler's and Jason Campbell and Brett Hundley's, and then this last year, Josh Rosen at UCLA. And, the giving of the abilities, right? I mean, you got to be able to throw the football. That's probably a good start, to be a good quarterback. But all those guys have where their common denominator kind of, in my eyes, where their common denominator is they're all very passionate guys about the position. And I don't think you can be good at anything without some passion. And they want to be great. They've got passion. They're obviously driven kids. All right, and so all of them had different styles. All of them had some different strengths and different weaknesses. But the one thing that they all had in common was that the enthusiasm for the game, and that's what I like to have in my guys. Guys are just out there and just having fun, playing hard.
Finally, like I said, September 3rd, the openers against the UCLA Bruins.
Wait, who?
Will that morning have a little bit of a different feel to it?
See, I forgot to look at the schedule when I took the job. I didn't know that. No. No, I tell you, Coach Mora and those guys are very, very good friends of mine, and I had a great 4 years with them. Had a chance to set a lot of school records there offensively with that offensive staff. But this is kind of the nature of coaching. You take opportunities, and a lot of times you get a lineup across the field from your best friends. And so I'm really excited about that and getting a chance to play them in front of 105,000 out here at Kyle.
Good to have you today.
Thanks
Will. For joining us.
You bet.
Noel Mazzone, offensive coordinator on Kevin Sumlin's staff. He and the Aggies signing them up on this day, and we continue to keep you up to date. More after this.